What's up, my good people? Welcome to my channel if you are here for the first time, and if not, welcome back. So another social justice activist is in the news for allegedly committing fraud along with her husband. Monica Canyon Green, who is based in Boston, her and her husband runs a nonprofit in Boston called Violence in Boston. And so they were using this nonprofit money to fund vacations, restaurants, nail salon visits, and all that sort of stuff. They claim they were voluntary leaders of the organization, but the powers that be, tracked their spending and found out that they weren't just using the money in places that they said they were using it for, which would have been like violence prevention and all that sort of stuff that they claim. Like I said, they've been using the money to fund their lifestyle and they got caught. So I have a clip. I just want to show you this clip, and so you can get like a better idea of what these two people are being charged for or what they are accused of doing. So let's get right into the clip.
According to federal prosecutors, Monica Cannon Grant paid herself more than $170,000 last year to run her nonprofit. Her husband worked as well, but prosecutors say the couple applied for and received pandemic unemployment assistance to the tune of thousands of dollars. And that, they say, is just part of the fraud alleged here. Social justice activist Monica Cannon Grant is seen here leaving federal court this afternoon after her initial appearance. The U.S. Attorney's Office announced this morning that Cannon Grant and her husband, Clark Grant, have been indicted by a federal grand jury for defrauding donors and grant issuers, including an unnamed Massachusetts DA's office, along with the Massachusetts Department of Unemployment Assistance and a mortgage lending business, all amounting to thousands of dollars.
Again, she's innocent until proven guilty.
That's the reaction today at the anti-violence nonprofit organization founded by Cannon Grant and her husband, Violence in Boston, which uses this building in Hyde Park as a social impact center.
She has me working with the gangs in the streets to make sure that, we can kind of stem down violence. Can't be mad at a person like that. I mean, yeah, we make mistakes. Yeah, we may have messed up, but again, we're not educated on what a 501c3 is supposed to do all the time.
But according to federal prosecutors, this was not just a minor or momentary misunderstanding. Rather, over a period of years, the defendants conspired to use VIB as a vehicle to solicit and receive charitable contributions from institutional and individual donors that they then used for a wide range of personal expenses. And this is a superseding indictment for Clark Grant. He was initially charged last October on 2 counts. The couple will be...
As you can see from the clip, these are the things that she's been accused of and charged with. But it sounds to me like the organization started with good intentions. But somewhere down the line, they got greedy, and then they saw all these donations coming in, and they started using money from it to take care of themselves. And you can't do that when you're running an organization like this and you're claiming that you're only volunteering, but at the same time you're taking money and spending it on yourself. There's a phrase that says the road to hell was paved with good intentions, and I think that's what may have happened here. She kind of reminded me of this other guy right here, Tyree Conyers Page, I think his name is. So he was in the original Black Lives Matter movement. He was one of the organizers, and he got kicked out of the movement because it came to light that he had like multiple arrests where he was impersonating law enforcement on more than one occasion, and he got caught. And my thing is this: why would you impersonate the very people that you're protesting against? It makes no sense. Also, I have another clip of this guy where you can check out and see what really went on in his situation.
Leader of a group called Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta was arrested by the FBI today on fraud charges. Agents raided a home in Toledo, Ohio, and arrested Sir Major Page, whose real name is Tyree Conyers Page. He's accused of using more than $200,000 in donations from the Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta social media page to pay for personal items. That includes food, entertainment, furniture, and tailored suits. The FBI says he told people asking about the money that it would be going to causes related to social justice and the George Floyd case. Sir Major Page's organization is not affiliated with Black Lives Matter of Atlanta, despite having a similar name.
He got kicked out of the original Black Lives Matter, went and started his own organization just so he could use that money and spend it himself, then got caught and was charged. Most of these organizations don't even do squat for the black community. They don't do shit. I'm sorry. There might be a few chapters of the BLM here and there that does a little work, but for the most part, most of them don't do anything. When was the last time you heard of them paying for college tuition for black students to go back to school or college? When was the last time you heard of them pumping money into some of these black businesses that got looted and destroyed during the whole George Floyd protest? A lot of which was caused by some of these groups. They were the one who were rallying and organizing people who resulted in business getting destroyed. And you don't see them helping these black businesses. A lot of these businesses were black owners. You don't see them helping. You don't see them helping any of the families who were affected by the killings of some of these black people who they were rallying for. You don't see them handing out checks or anything like that. But at the same time, they have enough money in their nonprofit to spend on lavish vacations and hotel rooms and restaurants and all this. Let's talk about this woman right here, Patrisse Cullors. She's one of the original founders of the Black Lives Matter movement. And she was in the news about a year ago for spending about over $3 million on luxury properties in predominantly white neighborhoods. The most recent one she bought was in Topanga Canyon in California. And 80% of that neighborhood is white people. So firstly, I want to ask, what job is paying you $3 million? And secondly, wouldn't it make better sense to buy properties in predominantly black neighborhoods where you can help to build up the economy in those neighborhoods than take your money and spend millions of dollars in a predominantly white neighborhood? I thought you were about uplifting and building the black movement, because in 2020, the Black Lives Matter movement collected about $90 million in donations. $90 million. And they claim to have spent $30 million on building the black movement, whatever that is. Whatever that is, building the black movement. What does building the black movement really involve? Does it involve helping some of those businesses that got looted and destroyed during the George Floyd protest? Does it involve helping to pay college tuition for some of these black students that need college tuitions? Does it involve helping some of these families whose relatives got killed? What does it involve exactly? I have an idea. It probably involves $3 million in luxury properties in neighborhoods that are predominantly white. I swear, if you open the dictionary and look up the definition of hypocrite, you'll probably see a picture that looks like this. Because this woman spent her days and her nights complaining about how white people are racist, yet all of her properties are in predominantly white neighborhoods. Why would you want to live among racists? Why? I don't get it. Is it that you think that white neighborhoods are safer to live in, and so you prefer safety over your stupid activism? Because that's what it sounds like to me. If you cared so deeply and so much about black people, you would be living among black people, helping them to rebuild communities and economy. But no. And black people are, sometimes we can be so emotionally blind, we don't even see that we are being exploited at its finest. Because these people, they don't care about us. They care about the money. They care about the donations that they get I think the quicker we can understand and realize that we are being exploited, the quicker we can address the real elephant in the room, which is that white people aren't our biggest problem. White people aren't our problem, period. We are our own problem. And these people are exploiting us for everything they can. So I'm at the end of this video right now, and I just want us to all do ourselves a favor and call these people out, because they mean us no good and they're not for black people as they claim to be. I hope we can keep this conversation going. If you drop a comment in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up, that would really help. Also hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It will update you whenever time I upload a new video.